Welcome back, everyone, to another Market Open live stream. Boy, oh boy, this is starting to rhyme a little too much. We're getting a little too much red in this market, but then again, we talked about this potential yesterday. I didn't think it would happen so quickly, but I think there's the potential for it to continue. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we get an alignment of all three, what I'm calling an all three alignment, where you have not just the high PE and the tech down, but you also have the S&P down, which is what we're seeing today. You're seeing the S&P down. You're seeing the tech and the high multiple stocks down. But you also end up seeing crypto down. It wouldn't shock me to see all three of these align before we get a real potential bottom. We'll see. I don't know. But right now, crypto is the one beacon of light. Crypto is like, hey, that's the place to be. It's because that inflation's got to be coming. But if it's not, market's going to be pretty confused. Look at this. Ethereum's at $3,500. Had you bought it yesterday, would have been up another 10% today. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. The Ethereum run and the Doge run, but not the Bitcoin run. Also very interesting. The suits crypto, so to speak, the Bitcoin, not really moving. It's stuck around that 56,000 level. Ethereum's the one that's taking off over 3,500 now. And Doge, look at this, over 54 cents. Where was this rally when we were looking for it a week ago? We got to go to $1. Let's go. It's a crazy market. But while at the same time, we've got crypto doing extremely, extremely well. We've got some more red to talk about in the rest of the market. So let's go ahead. We'll start with some green. Let's start at least a little bit with good news. We do have Arrivals up 9.51%. That's got to be news related. Not sure why. Arrival stock gains on partnership with Uber to make an electric vehicle specifically for ride hailing. So Arrival to make a robotaxi, essentially. Because think about it. Why else would Uber need their own vehicle? I'm sure initially, I'm sure they'll be driven by people, but why else would you need your own vehicle if it wasn't potentially for for a robotaxi in the future? Wow, finally, Uber is stepping up the competition a little bit, partnering with the SPAC Arrival, which has already closed its SPAC, but still SPAC. So there's some really good news. You got Corsairs up a couple percent, Chegg's up 4.6, Advanced Auto, what else is green here? TTCF, MP Material, Rocket Mortgage, these guys up maybe 1% here. United States Oil's up a tiny little bit. Shift Technologies up fractionally on like really, really great Ford numbers this morning. I mean, really like shorter times to sell. Highest sales prices we've seen, I think, ever, honestly. Like, I think that the median sales price for a Ford right now is like $43,000. It's insane. I mean, we're even hearing that, I was talking to somebody who works and sells Fords for a living. And they're like, people are literally paying us substantially overvalue for used cars. And when we tell them we can't negotiate off sticker, back in the past, they would laugh us off the lot, yelling at us, cursing us out, saying that we're ripping them off for charging them sticker. Now we're like, yeah, it's sticker. That's what we could sell it to you for. People are like, okay, yeah, that sounds fair. Don't buy a car right now if you can avoid it. It's nuts. Jeez, it is weird. And I'll tell you, it's all of these weirdities in our normal life, whether it's lumber, cars, commodities. It's all of these bizarrities, weird abnormalities is obviously the better word. It's all of these things together that's creating this pressure cooker of pain. And that's why we're seeing, I believe, such pain in not only the high multiples, but also the tech, but now also extending to the S&P 500, opening bell in 3 minutes here. And we're seeing sort of that flight to crypto as maybe that escape from what's clearly a high inflation. And in everything, it's just everything inflation. The concern is for crypto is when that U-turn potentially happens, how quick could potentially rotation away from crypto happen? Will there be a rotation away from crypto, or will those higher prices sustain? Who knows? And can you ride crypto now until we have that transition and then just rotate back? Who knows? These are all ideas. Anyway, looking at the mostly red here before the market actually opens here, we've got BTX was up 57% yesterday. It's down 21% now. Ocugen up 23 yesterday, down 11% now. Plug Power down another 7%. It's now sub 25. Solar Edge falls 5%. Fuel Cell down 5%. Microvision, here goes momentum again. Momentum's getting burned again. Marathon and a Microvision both down over 3.5%, not quite 4%. Endeavor's down a little bit today. This one's been one that's just been rallying nonstop almost daily here. Playboy's down 3.7. Open Door, QuantumScape, these guys 2.7. Etsy's, look at that. Etsy's at 186. All right, excuse me there. ChargePoint's down around 2.5. We've got DM's down 2.4. Tilray's down to 1.7. Arcimoto is under $10. It's at $9.68. What do we got here? GameStop's at $158. It's still, you have to give GameStop some credit. It's actually done very well at rubber banding around in some of these levels. It's done very well here. It's sticking at these higher levels over 140. It's doing well. What else? Vuzi. Vuzi's down. EXPI's down 1.6. Lemonade, Palantir down 1.6. Matterport down almost under 12 again. It's at 12.19 right now. Caught up in the market movements, of course. Pinterest here at $62. Nvidia's down at 585, under 600 again. Qualcomm 135. Qualcomm destroys earnings. Down to even below its rubber band spot. Apple down to 131. It's incredible. It's lots of red. Let's listen to the best. The escape. Crypto is the escape asset. And I see some folks saying in the comments that inflation is already priced in. I don't think so. I think there is so much fear and uncertainty, and every time we hear more and more information about that's it, this is making inflation worse. This is bad. We got CPI data coming out, car reports, clearly inflation's got to be bad. All of these things about even having dissension at the Fed with the Fed Bank President Kaplan of Dallas coming out suggesting, we're going to have to taper sooner. We're starting to overheat. We're starting to see these higher prices. We're starting to see froth in the markets. It's dangerous. All of that is being reacted to. And I think that's why we're seeing now a sort of a broader sell down in across stocks. We'll see how long this lasts. We'll see. Let's see what the S&P. How's the S&P opening right now? Let's take a peek. So S&P right now is down not much, about 0.4%. Not a big deal. Tesla's down about a quarter of a percent. So the numbers aren't massive. The numbers are massive over at crypto. Look at this, 55% on Doge. 55 cents on Doge, 31% on Doge. Absolutely incredible. Ethereum, 35.20, showing just no signs of stopping on the Ethereum rally that we have just had. It's been very, very incredible. We've really seen a lot of this sparked by, in my opinion, treasury yields bumping a bit. But Ethereum's the one that's just like, I'll take this torch and I'll just keep running. Forget you, Bitcoin. You're the old people money now. I'll pull up the Bloomberg terminal here. 1 second. All you need right now is more talk about weather causing more problems and more supply shortages. That's just what we need. You know what? You want more inflation? Go get a hurricane and bring it to the Gulf. That's it. We need inflation to manifest itself in even more ways, so that way crypto can rally even more.
On the upside, they're the winners. S&P 500, Gartner, they're the top performer there. Sealed Air, Xylem. Don't know many of those companies in particular, but they are up. Gartner up 20%. Must be a special reason for that.
I love how Varn on Fox, I'm going to pull up the 10-year here, but I love how Varney on Fox is like, yeah, I don't know those companies. Like the guy's got like a headset in his ear with a whole staff talking to him. The only thing I hear is myself or him. He's got a whole staff talking to him, and the best thing he can say is, "Don't know anything about those companies." I love it. Hey, I think it's great. So, ironically, despite and this is the weird thing about this crypto relationship, but ironically, the 10-year treasury is down and Bitcoin not really running, right? Bitcoin's relatively flat. Ethereum's running, but if you were watching yesterday, and we've talked about this before, Ethereum doesn't follow this 10-year chart. I've talked about it. I talked about it when I talked about the chart the first time. Bitcoin follows the 10-year chart. And right now that's trending down. Ethereum's just taking it. It's got a life of its own right now with Doge. It's alt season, folks. It's that simple. It's incredible. And the only thing, in my opinion, that would stop the alt season is a rotation in inflation expectations. And I think that would coincide with when we actually see real rallies in the market. But those real rallies in the market, I've stuck with this for what, 2 months now as a potential, or maybe not that long, maybe like 6 weeks now. This could be September and October. You want to know how long it's going to keep going? September and October. You feeling pain because you're out of money, you're not buying the dip anymore? September and October. So Doge up even more now. It's at 58 cents. And check this out for the morning crew. If you didn't watch me yesterday, I don't know what ETC is. I'll gladly pull it up. What is that? Is this a Forex thing? Or whatever. I'll put it on here. I really have no idea what that is. ETC. All right, whatever. But anyway, I don't know if you were there at the closing live stream, but yesterday I said I couldn't take it anymore. So I made a decision. And this decision, I didn't even share it with course members first. It's like, no, you know what? I'm breaking down. I can't handle it anymore. Cheers to a cup of coffee. It's just so good in the morning and in the afternoon and pretty much all parts of the day. Okay, all right. Let's tune in really quick to what some of the top news is of the day, and then we'll get to some more action in the stock market. By the way, if you are someone with any kind of political experience, please email me at staff@meetkevin.com. I need help. Staff@meetkevin.com. And what else? What's the other thing you can do? Oh, you can go to meetkevin.com/support if you want to sign up for eventual emails from me on whatever the heck that is that we're deciding to do in California. I have no idea. They're like, do you already have a CRM? I'm like, what? Now, of course, I know what that is, but no. So anyway, let's get into what's this? Corn hits $7 a bushel for the first time since 2013 on Supply Worry. Here we go. Corn prices to the moon. That's what we need. It's just what we need. We need more. How do I get that? How do I get a corn price? Global commodity prices for corn. That's just what we need. Is more crap. Here we go. I don't know what I have no idea what corn is. I've never loaded the price of corn in my life in this. Let's see. Can I click on this? Oh, here we go. Oh, this is a really cool chart. Look at this. Corn prices, folks, year to date are up 53%. Hey, yo, J-Pow, tell me there's no inflation. Soybeans, 19%. Cotton, 11%. These are the year-to-date figures, okay? Just 2021. 53% on corn. Coffee is up 8%. Steel, rebar, 27% for rebar? Oh, that stuff's already expensive. Meanwhile, gold, not a building material at all. So soon we're going to start building homes out of gold and it's going to be cheaper than all the other materials. Gold is the only thing that's down, which is ironic because you'd think like, wait a minute, like usually inflation leads gold to go up. Yeah, no. Iron, 14%. This is a cool chart. I've never done this before. We got, what is this? Gasoline? Really? 52%? Is that true? Is gasoline up that much? And I know that feels like ridiculously disconnected, but I haven't been to a gas station in a very long time. Let's see here. Brent crude. This is a cool chart, I have to say. And even just seeing the agriculture here, wheat is up 14%. Maybe that's why the people from Costco didn't give me whole wheat bread. They're like, here, you're getting the white bread. We'll say it tastes really good. It's incredible. Let's go to top news and then we'll go back to the sticks here. So yeah, okay. People are saying a big yes there on. It's incredible. By the way, I love the people that have been reaching out to me ever since I mentioned the governor of California. The people have been reaching out and they're like, Kevin, let me teach you about natural gas supplies. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so enlightening. It's really cool. So thank you. You are heard. Anyway, okay. Bernstein won't say if Biden should renominate Powell to the Fed. Okay, so why is this a headline? so you're not going to say anything, okay? I mean, I guess maybe the absence of saying is something. Okay, whatever. JP Morgan's Normand has advice for bubble worriers. Oh, okay. Okay, you have advice for bubble worriers. It seems like a day can't pass lately without someone sending a warning about a bubble in U.S. stocks. Well, that's understandable since nothing has been able to stop the upward momentum of an expensive market. And I think they're talking about indices here. Bailing out now would be a mistake. The head of cross-asset fundamental strategy at the bank studied business cycles since 1970 and found that most of them have produced at least two extremely expensive markets that were labeled bubbles. Normand defines very expensive markets as those where valuations exceed long-term averages by at least 2 sigma. Oh gosh, here we go with sigma again. Last time we heard sigma, it was January 28th, and we had a GameStop nightmare. Or 2 standard deviations. Based on that criteria, large cap and small cap stocks, as well as copper, are among the most expensive assets. His studies show that selling something that's seen as expensive can be a costly proposition simply because expensive stocks can get more expensive. Oh, great. Overshoots from apparently extreme valuations are common, particularly in stocks. Those overshoots can endure for an average of 9 to 12 months, some say for many years. 80% of expensive markets that crash eventually make new all-time highs. Perhaps instead, most rational markets simply front-load macroeconomic scenario that will be validated in the following cycle. Okay. In other words, go through the poopy doopy and we'll be fine. I mean, okay, that'd be a simpler way to put it. Sure. Biden $4 trillion plan pivots on Pelosi. Okay, what else here? Ether's going nuts. We know. What else here? Biden tax rule would rip billions from biggest fortunes at death. Yep. Stepped up tax basis. Dead people aren't going to be happy about that one. Supply chains are critical infrastructure. Yeah. All right. I will say it is interesting that they do say corn is topping prices due to supply chain worries. Now we're going to go to the sticks in just a moment here, but take a peek at this. Corn futures surged above $7 a bushel for the first time in more than 8 years as a lack of rainfall in Brazil added to supply concerns. It's literally everything leading to supply concern. Everything's a supply concern. All right, let's get back to the sticks here and focus on what's going on the market. It's very interesting what's going on here. I mean, look at this. Ashford Hospitality. This was the one that was like, yay, it's up like 15% yesterday. Nope, down 15% again. All right. BTX down 23%. Ocugen's down 14. Solar Edge is down 11. Naked Brand down 8.8 here. Marathon Digital is down 8. Zom's down 7. I mean, your momentum's just on fire again. And it's so weird that these Robinhood crashed. Kevin, oh, did I cut out there for a second? I'm sorry if I did. I don't do it on purpose. I swear. Antoinette, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Stocks and Psychology of Money course works amazingly with that. Very helpful. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much. That's really cool. And do keep in mind that coupon code expires tomorrow. It's super exciting. So, and thank you for those of you reaching out as well or shouting out. Okay, but I will say it's odd. The miners have been having such a struggle, yet cryptos are kicking freaking butt. Kicking butt. It's absolutely incredible. It's really, really great. All right, what else here? Fisker, 5.34. Microvision, 4.69. Nano Dimension, 4. SunPower's down 4 and a bit. Lemonade's down 4 and a bit. Yeah, follow me on Twitter if you haven't yet. I see somebody here talking about my 20-part plan and how rank and file politicians might not like. Here's the thing. My belief is you start in politics, in my opinion, this is my opinion, okay? I'm not a politician. You start with a very good plan. And if people want the plan, the people will tell you. If people don't want the plan, people tell you. Just let the people decide. That's the cool thing. That's one of the cool things about elections, I believe, is if you got a good plan, the people can decide. So we'll see. We'll have to decide. California politics are obviously very unique, very, very unique. And I have a lot to learn. But hey, nobody runs the government themselves. Anyway, Teladoc 4%, BNGO 3.9%. By the way, I just want to vlog everything, and do live streams like all the time. I think it'd be so fun. I will. I think my YouTube output's gonna double or triple. It's gonna be fun. All right, Neo's down 3.6%. Nokia's down 3.5%. Matterport down 3%. So really, kind of, where are we going? We're trending straight down here, folks. Yeah, we are. We're just trending down. What the heck? Yeah, even Macy's were doing fine yesterday. It's so weird. I said it yesterday. And I'm not trying to take credit for this. It happened the next day. Just have a profit. Whatever. But yesterday I'm like, folks, I'm wanting to buy this month, but I'm gonna wait. I want to wait for the opportunity where we actually have a sustained fall in the S&P. I want to see like a 10% shave down, because what's happening is we're seeing this rotation to cyclicals and industrials that's pushing the indices up, while tech and high multiple is still selling down. But what's going to happen is at some point, those valuations are going to hit peaks. We're going to see those pull down relative to tech. And then I really want to go shopping if I can time the bottom. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I really want to go shopping. And then once we get that inflection point in inflation, I want to see that rotation up. So let's just type in. I want to see S&P. If you type S&P 500 stock, even though it's not really a stock into Google, you get the chart. And it's a really nice chart to be able to use. It's probably the easiest chart, in my opinion, that you can really use. And it's nice for just finding peak. And look at this. The S&P right now is off of its peak by 1.2%. Folks, there's way more to go. We need much more. We need to go. Let's see. We need to go back to S&P. What do we got over here? That's about 11%. That could work. 3768. Yeah, 3700, something like that. Are we going to go back to like 3400? What percent would that be? I mean, I feel like this is probably going the wrong way here, but yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe somewhere in there, 34 to 3700. I think that might be a point where like, okay, now we've had a nice correction. Now you've got media going peak fear over, oh my gosh, S&P correction. Our daily all-time highs aren't happening anymore. We're in correction. and all the suits come out on TV again, and the suits are like, yeah, this is why at my hedge fund you short everything. You short everything and you win because you short, you're a winner. And that's when you go shopping. Now, I'm all for adding on the way as well, because you don't know if that for sure is going to happen. But yeah, it's fascinating. It's very interesting. So what do we got here? Downtrend on the Dow. Up downtrend on BT. Is anything trending up? Like any existing stock actually trending up? Because oh my gosh, Voyager just it's like that was a wet one too. Jeez. Quantum's dead. Jeez, man. This is rough. Quantum down 6.7. I mean, this is wow. Some of these prices, it's starting to get to that level again where it's like, whoa, okay, yeah. Users indicate Robinhood is having problems. This is like, what is Robinhood not? It's really like, come on, folks. Use the freaking money that you got and fix it. Fix it. It's because Doge is rallying and Ethereum's rallying. When you get that, Robinhood can't handle it because they got like the bulk of the Dogers, you know? It's nuts. You can't feel bad for them because they got to know. But I don't know. I don't want to see any company like fail, you know, that bad. But it's been rough. I think they've had outages like 3 days in a row now, at least 2 days in a row. I don't know. All right, what's green? Okay, why? Hey, Mind Medicine. Hey, out of nowhere, the traders have found a stock to play today, folks. That's it, and it's Mind Medicine. Mind Vision. Oh my gosh. This is when you know the market's just twisted. Combine Microvision and Mind Medicine. Why don't we? Mind Medicine is up 15%, 17% now. There we go. There's our rally here today. There's always got it. WandaVision. There's always got to be something that's running for the traders. Deep dive idea: multiply the crypto miners' inventory by prices for evaluation. Inventory by prices for evaluation. Oh, like a net asset value. Okay, like an NAV. Yeah. That's that is interesting. See what kind of premium they're paying. They're over. That's interesting. I'd consider something like that. That's not a bad idea. All right, look at that. All right, volatility index is up. S&P 500 is down about 1% right now. You got Mind Medicine is stabilizing around here a little bit. Had a big run, but I'm seeing this candlestick start getting really small here. So, I mean, certainly, I mean, this is not where I would want to make an entry, especially with this stabilizing candle like this. And a little bit of a drop on volume here. Pay attention to this. Obviously, we're above our average. Probably too late to use the average right now, but whatever. The average works really well like the first 5 minutes sometimes. That's like, oh, below the average? Boom! But then again, you know, everything was going below the average here. Oh, Walmart's trying to rebound. Fleer is just going down. How has Fleer been? You know, we haven't checked in on our Fleer boys in a while. Let's see. And girls. Okay. Let's zoom out here for a moment. Wow. Fleer's just been straight up. No, not true. Not true. Never mind. It's been at these levels before. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, interesting. So, okay, but before the recession. So we're actually just barely catching up to pre-COVID crash levels. All right, back to the minute chart here. And everything's kind of down. Target's trying to pick up again. Dave & Buster's, yeah, it's negative. It's actually trying to pick up as well, though. What else here? TTCF heading straight down. Amazon's heading down. Simon Property Group's heading down. Wafers. Oh my gosh, Tesla's down at 669 again. Let's go. Back to the toilet we go. Oh, man. Pinterest down. Coinbase. Coinbase is it's priceless. 278. Like, all you can do is laugh at this point. It's so ridiculous. It's great. Oh, here we go. Pump the inflation FUD. Let's go.
What are they saying about these price pops?
Yeah, and so far they're saying they haven't really felt it yet. But have you noticed the stuff that you're buying is sort of creeping up in price? We've seen the gas prices go up, and I just bought this piece of bread. It was about 30 cents more today than it was about a year ago. And year over year, we're seeing everything in the grocery store up about 3.5%. And if you break it down, just look at this. If you break it down in the individual sectors, cereal and baking products are up 2.6% from March of this year to March of last year. They're up meat, poultry, fish, eggs up 5.4%. Dairy up 1.6% year over year. Fruits, vegetables up 3.8%. Non-alcoholic beverages up 3.2%. So as I said, the shoppers that I've talked with said they're not really feeling it because they've been bargain shoppers that I've met. The folks are looking for those coupons and those deals they offer at the grocery store. Listen.
With gas, yes. Thank God there's public transportation around here, so I don't have to go to the pump as often.
You know, I have to say, thank you, Fox Business, for actually getting on the street and doing something other than the border.
Increasing at the grocery store, that's going to come, she says. The Federal Reserve says there'll be a spike of inflation this year, about 2.4%. The Federal Reserve chairman says it will come back down. Other economists that I've talked with said that maybe that inflation spike won't quite come down on its own. We'll just have to see. Stu?
Edward Lawrence, thank you very much indeed. Quickly to the mark.
Yeah, thank you for those of you on your suggestions on nicknames. I'm kind of thinking, honestly, just do Meet Kevin and then my last name, because I actually think you could put that on the ballot. Meet Kevin Paffrath, and then like I know like the Germans in my family are like, no, it's Paffrath. Say it correctly. It's like no, chill.
Afternoon, Mr. Evans later this week. President Joe Biden giving a speech on the pandemic at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, a Bank of England rate decision on Thursday, and a main event coming on Friday. It is the payrolls report in the United States. From New York City, for our audience worldwide, this was the countdown to the open. Continue the conversation on Twitter at Ferro TV. Stay safe. This is Bloomberg.
That's a good snazzy beats there, especially while the market's just like bleeding. At least they could snazz out. See that small candlestick was a bad omen. I said it. The volume was, see that? It's always those jerks right here. It's always those little candlesticks that start screwing it. That same thing happened. It's not to say it's not going to come back, but it's the same thing that happened with Coinbase. Remember, who was watching that? I think a lot of you were watching that. Remember when we saw Coinbase? And even said it too. Because my first order went through at 381. That was the highest I bought it for, and then I averaged down. Whatever. But anyway, it was funny because we watched it go to like 424, 426, and we saw the candle get progressively smaller and smaller and smaller. And then we're like, oh, here we go. This is going to be the moment that traders start taking profit. And then it was like, boom, boom, boom. And it just kept going. Oh, man, it's nuts. Okay, so the Doge at 57 cents. I mean, this is incredible. Absolutely incredible. BTX here down 28%. Big digital. I mean, I don't understand why the cryptos are doing so well, but the miners are getting wrecked, or like the crypto security here, just getting destroyed. All of them are leading losses. And just basically stocks. Stocks just suck. Who wants stocks? Hut 8 Mining, Big Digital, Voyager, Riot, Marathon, Coinbase, any crypto-related stocks. Toilet, oh my gosh. Enphase is at 129. It's those are juice. That's juicier than what we had in March. Oh, start salivating here. That's so cheap. Oh, it's so nice. It's so bittersweet. Churchill Capitals back in 19. Square. Okay, I didn't think we were going to see Square start selling off again. Square's down 4%. Ooh, it's getting juicy again. A Square for me, like, it's got to be probably under 200 for me to really go picking up the juice over here. I love the people. Sell. It's like the worst time to sell. It's incredible. Yeah, no, this is incredible. It's just a bloodbath. It's just like watching a poop show. It's great. There he goes. See, look, we were like, oh, Matterport's about to be under 12. You ask and you shall receive. Tesla's at 666. Is this a comedy show? Because I mean, at this point, these numbers are and what's that 69? I just saw something else at 69 over here. Oh yeah, there it is. Roblox at 69 and Tesla at 666. What? Am I still asleep? Because this seems odd. Even recovery down today. Simon Property Group's down 1.64. Mind Medicine just went to the dump. Now it's only 11%. Day traders are like, all right, that's it. We've been found out. Time to leave. Oh my gosh. Bitcoin it's 55.5. Where's Ethereum though? Let's see how it's behaving, because that's really just been the light. Ethereum at 34.9, not sitting over that 35 level anymore here. What else here? Don't you think all stocks are not worth buying unless it drops under pre-COVID prices? I don't think we're going to get under pre-COVID prices, because you got to remember the economy is booming, and I understand the stock market's baby. Hold on, I will answer that. Give me 10-year. Look at that, 1.56. Let's go back to the 1 month here. That's generally not good for Bitcoin, and we are now back to lows on the 1 month range here. We briefly hit that 1.52 number, but definitely at 1.56. Definitely back to lows here. If I go back to 6 months here, we're back on that. We're back on that downward trajectory. This is what we want to see. We want to see this downward trajectory because, folks, this is the graph of people's and society's actual expectation of long-run inflation. Even though we're seeing all these headlines about cars and bushels and barrels, this is how people are actually responding. And with these numbers not showing crazy overheats, we were seeing a little bit of a decline here. So now back to that $15 question. Don't you think all stocks are not worth buying unless they drop under pre-COVID prices? The answer is no. That's because our economy is on a faster growth trajectory than what it was on before. So you think we were on a straight line before, we V'd down, but we didn't just recover with our growth. We're at a higher and faster level of growth now than we were pre-pandemic. On top of that, companies have gotten substantially more efficient. You've got higher margins. You've got lower employee costs. You've got lower travel costs. You've got, more business efficiencies as we try to maximize these supply chain efficiency problems. And all of that is going to manifest itself in time, especially as the supply chain issues solve themselves. All of that is going to manifest itself into higher margins, which equals higher corporate earnings, especially at the companies that are going to win long term, which are low debt companies that are changing our world and our lives. I saw somebody earlier, they're like, Kevin, I'd rather have Amazon than Etsy. I don't care what you'd rather have. I like Amazon too, and I like your opinion. But I also think Etsy is the future of small business. You are no longer going to small town Minnesota to go buy products, those custom products that you can now get on Etsy. And that's not to say you don't have to travel anymore, because look, traveling is still going to be fun. But I tell you, Etsy is the future of that small store, that gift, that unique present, that custom product. You can't get it on Amazon. It's one of the reasons, hands down, I like Etsy in addition to Amazon. Don't get me wrong. I got a big position in Amazon too. But it's one of the reasons I like Etsy in addition to Amazon, because Amazon can't do Etsy. All right, let's go back to the sticks here and look at just look at a little more blood, because like Schadenfreude, of course. Anyway, Mind Medicine at 11% here. Volatility just jumped. We just doubled. The volatility index literally just doubled. Doubled from 4 to 9%, like that. I got this. I literally got the skull mug out today. I'm like, the S&P starting red. Not a good sign. It's what we talked about yesterday. So I got the skull mug out. Now it's a skull mug for all the non-RuneScapers. The RuneScapers know what this really is. My favorite skill. All right, what else we got here? All right. Feels like we're getting whipped around thinking about that skull. All right. I mean, there's like nothing that's green. I mean, really, this is like depressing. I mean, look at this. We don't even have a full page of green. How long has it been that we have not had a full page of green? I cannot remember I cannot remember when we have not had a full page of green. We always have at least a full page of green on this, and we don't have a full page of green. It's stupid. We got lots of pages of red. Oh my gosh, Solar Edge. Why? 14%? Why? Is there news? There's no news. Oh, a lowered price target. Oh, whatever. Bill Riley or B. Riley lowers Solar Edge price target from lowers price target. Oh, to 368 from 371. Seriously? Somebody lowered their price target $3 and we're supposed to expect that that's why Solar Edge is down 14.8%. Yeah, that's just dumb. Okay, I'm trying to think of PC words here. It's just garbage. As Kevin O'Leary says, that's garbage. Where's my second watch, by the way? He did not like that. Robinhood says it's experiencing issues with crypto trading. Ooh. Okay, what else is due? Well, let's see here. Riot Blockchain. Yeah, it's accelerating. The declines are still accelerating. We are bobbing a little bit. See, Voyager just had a little bit of a bob. Voyager gets a little delayed on Webull, though, so I'm pretty sure we have delayed quotes on Webull for some of the OTCs. Marathon Digital. Okay, these guys, maybe, are we hitting a bottom here on the Marathon? Plug, maybe. I don't know. Enphase. Ooh, still getting juicier. Yeah. Oh, man, 126. Can I get 100? Can I just get 100, please? Show me 100. No, show me 99. Oh my gosh. That's it. Enphase goes to 99. I might put 7 figures into it and just like thank you for the deal of a lifetime. What else? Nano Dimensions at 670 couldn't run. Potential mover there with the momentum plays, but the momentum play ended fast. ChargePoint might be going back to 19 here again. It's at 22 right now. We got. By the way, actually, I'm going to start rebranding this. If you want to be part of a mental health support group, please check out the coupon code down below that expires tomorrow. We have a mental health and psychology support group that you can join. You use coupon code to the moon, and you can even bundle up, and you get different forms of mental health support. So check that out via the link down below, and you won't find a better group of people to support you with your depression. Then what else here? Clever's down 5.8. XL Fleet is shout out to everybody in the group, by the way. I love all of you. You're so great, you guys, and Link girls, because we got a lot of girls in there too. Zillow down. Zillow, like, why? How the housing market is doing great. It's doing so well. It's just, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so here's $10 for a follow-up question. Really? Thank you. And then BTC is down in the last month. Yeah, Doge, ETH. Yeah, okay, let me answer that one first. So BTC goes with the 10-year. That we know. We know the relationship of BTC goes with the 10-year, okay? So that's why you're seeing BTC down. Yes, Slayer is the best skill by far. Hands down, no doubt, okay? BTC or the Ether and Doge, those personally I believe might potentially be a little bit more of like a trade, but we'll see. We'll see. Because they've been acting counter to BTC and the treasuries, and so obviously they've garnered a lot of attention because of that and doing very well because of that. Okay, so David's follow-up. So then the question is whether profits and margins actually mean anything compared to consumer sentiment or customer sentiment or popularity. Up is down and down is up. Nothing makes sense. For now, this is true. What's happening in this market is fear-based. It's not fundamentals-based. This is weenie baby fear baby crap. Yes, I'll accept. If you're getting rich off Doge and you want to buy my courses with Doge or Ethereum, all you have to do is send it to my MetaMask, and then email me, and I will. Here's my MetaMask. Wait, here it is. This is my MetaMask. Okay, there's the MetaMask QR code. I don't know if you can figure out how to do that. And then if I go share my public address, doesn't it? Where does it? Oh, there it is. There you go. See, there it is. Okay, you got it. All right, cool. Enough of that. Back to where we were. Pain. But yeah, this is a culmination of this crap that we knew this crap was coming. We talked about this even in January. We're like, folks, once people start realizing the inflation numbers year over year are going to come in crappy, people are going to have heart attacks. It's all explainable. So yeah, sure, up is down, down is up, whatever. It's all fear and uncertainty about, oh my gosh, what's the Fed going to do? Hyperinflation is coming. It's all going to get worse. And it fuels itself. Interest data, folks. All right, you ready, folks? You ready? Course members first. You paid. You paid. You shall receive. Then again, you and chat are paying too. Sorry. What is Levi's ticker symbol? I don't know what it is. Is it Levi? It is. Levi's only 5% short. Look right here, okay? See this column right here? That's where you want to look, okay? Cool. I'm not going to say it again. Levi, Palantir, Sup Ascend. All right. We got Palantir's low on shorts. It's only 2.77%. Meat Mop. Uh-oh, that's not a ticker. It's just uh-oh. Piton. Piton's at 8.69%. Actually, not as high as I would have expected. Move my mic a little. There we go. I'm going to lean in. You got to move the mic. MViz and CCIV and Coin. Okay. Somebody here is going for the triple. All right. And hold on a sec. There we go. Let's get another angle going. Ooh, Microvision's 21.43% short. Coin, that's a good question. That's a good one, actually, because newer is usually low. No, it doesn't even reflect yet. It's too early. CCAV. Okay, Marathon. Marathon's going up. Look at that. We are seeing the short attack there. It's going up 12 point. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, we're getting Robin Hooded. Oh, no. The black app is not supposed to turn black. That's it. Vlad. Somebody get Vlad on the phone. Okay. Yep. We are. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're back. All right. See, it was just temporary. It was just maintenance. That's it. Etsy. Okay. 5.16. Me going back to coffee has made POAI. I don't even know what that is. POAI. I'll plug it in. Etsy's at low short. Well, Etsy's just dope. Yeah, I think you mistyped that ticker symbol. Stop it. I'm going to get very angry, Vlad. Okay. All right. Just deep breathing. Chill. Relax. It's all going to be okay. This is crap. Okay, we'll come right back to this. Whatever. What else is happening in the sticks? I want to know. I want to know what the shorts are doing. And the suits aren't even letting me because they don't want us to know. Oh, 124 on Enphase. Down, down, down. Let's go. More. Give me that big buy opportunity. Just burn all of the money that I already have invested. It's fine. Just give me another opportunity to buy. But almost under 80 for Lemonade. You too. Go to 79. Redfin's actually a little bit more stable. It's been sitting around the 65 level for a while. I don't know what's wrong with this, so I'm just going to relaunch it. Let's try it again here. Run app. There we go. Okay, we'll let that operate again. What else is happening here? So yeah, I mean the big losers here: energy, momentum, mining, getting smoked, just destroyed. Here's the SPACs. Hyliion's at $9.23. PaySafe $13. Invitae is down 5% again. What's FRX doing? Forest Road. We did the interview there. It's $10 even. Piton's 95. Ethereum's 34.60. Doge's at 58 cents. Should have just gone all in on Doge. Okay, back to here we go. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're gonna try it again. If it goes black again, I'm just gonna get angry again. And that's it. Okay, 6 points. Oh, okay. All right. I'm just gonna lose it. Fine. We'll do one at a time. Whatever. What else? It's just not wanting to. This is what happens. The suits know we're on to them. They know that we know what they're doing. And they're just laughing into their way to the bank right now with all their shorts and their puts because they're weenie babies. But they're giving us some juicy opportunities. Speaking of juice, Tesla's at 666, well, still 666. Etsy 185. So we're kind of stabilizing here. Yeah, we're stabilizing a bit. Pinterest down at 61. Yeah, okay, a little bit of a recovery here on Pinterest now. Little bit of a U-turn. All right, Apple's at 128. So Apple's now falling 3%. Ooh. So we should really see the indices down here as well. Square's out 234. Churchill Capital's down 4%. Yeah, this is it's the beginning. All right, let's try this. S&P 500 stock. And then let's listen to what Bloomberg's talking about. So we're down. The S&P is still sitting down 1%, but this is where we were earlier. Dow's down 0.5%. NASDAQ is down 1%. And then the Russell small cap. Ooh, Russell small cap's down the most. Down 2.24%. Okay, commercial on Bloomberg. So let's listen. But I have to say, she's right about Ethereum. I mean, it's the use cases that are pushing this Ethereum probably to the moon right now. I have to say, I mean, the MetaMask work that we did with the NFT, there are a lot of fees that go into it, but it's interesting. It's a very, very, very fascinating space. All right. Anyway, so I pulled up some more here. You can see Square is at 8.75% short. Nokia is like nothing short. Canoe is 31% short on Canoe. That's a big one. You've got Nano Dimension 8.57, HIMS 18.77, Lordstown Motors at 25, AMD at 6.78, AMC at 26%. That's pretty big. Riot Blockchain at 15%, Neo 5.4, GameStop 21. You're not seeing big shorts in the EV space, which kind of makes sense because the EVs are going to crush it. Yeah, but you are seeing that in some of the crypto miners. What else do we have? Yeah, use code to the moon. Thank you for that. Clove, that's another good one. Let's do Clove really quick. We did do CCIV already. I'm pretty sure CCIV was pretty low. Didn't we do CCIV? Where was it? Okay, maybe we didn't. Clove, wow, Clove is ticking up a little bit again. 41% there. Definitely moving up a bit. And Ocugen, sure, I'll pull that one too. So Churchill Capital's at 17.53. Ocugen is at 19.08. Oops, I just deleted it, but whatever. It was 19.08. Go EV was 31%. Yeah. Yep. Big short there. And then we got only 5.62% short on David J's causing inflation with his donation. Well, that's a compliment to David. All right, and then here's a 499 almost missed. December 17th, BTC futures supposed to be watershed moment. Didn't live up to hype, lost momentum, dominance fell. Month after peak, alts peak. We go again. Interesting. Okay, AVIR. TTCF is 20% short. AVIR. Also, what's your take on Nova? I don't know what Nova is. 7% here. Kevin, I love EV, but I would like your thoughts on Lord, Fisker, and the others. You know, I don't know. Lord, Fisker, Faraday. I think they're sort of right now. Arcimoto, I hate to say it, but I think they're sort of in the number 2 spot. Well, like probably actually more like spot 2.5 is kind of the way I sort them. So like I sort Tesla at spot 1. I sort NIO and Xpeng at spot 2. And Lucid's trying to move into spot 2 in terms of like real production, real activity, and trying to start being a number 1 competitor. NIO is probably, if anything, NIO is probably moving up into that number 1 category now with how their margins blew up. So I maybe put NIO and Tesla up in the number 1 EV competitiveness. Yeah, Xpeng's getting there. But yeah, Lord, Fisker, CCAV, all these others, Canoe, you could even put them down at like rank 3 even. Canoe's directionless, so put them at 3 right now. Lucid's the closest to a 2 out of all of them. Lord and Fisker, I think these guys sit at like 2.5. This is just sort of my like personal mental like scale rating as to where I put them. Arcimoto's got to get their production together. There's lots of work to do. Lots of work to do. All right, let's go back over here to the sticks. So let's take a peek. All right. Man, what a day. Volatility is at 12%. We're now over doubles. Dogecoin pulling back 51 cents right now on the Doge. What's this market? Really? We have known that for the past hour. It's not a market alert. That's duh. Mind Medicine still holding on to 10% here despite this volatility. Peloton just went positive. What? Peloton went positive. OMG. We actually have a full green page here. Are we starting to go positive on the day here? Are we rotating? I can't say that. Shift I thought was green. Tattooed Chef is not at bottoms anymore. Okay, good. So we're recovering a little bit here. Simon Property Group recovering. Canopy Growth recovering. Good. Amazon not really recovering, but okay, it's doing okay. Okay, Matterport recovered. Back over $12 here. Okay, some of the pain is subsiding. Oh, Tesla's off 666. It's at 670. Etsy at 186. Little bit of movement up there. Pinterest moving up a little bit here. Very nice. Very, very nice. Where's our boy Enphase? Did we get to go under 120 yet? Oh, back to 128. Rebounding a little bit here, although we're getting a little red candle there again. We did get down to that 124 there. That ended up being the bottom. And we're like, go down to 120. Wow. What else here? CRISPR, 5.23%. QuantumScape, 5.12%. NIO's down. Back at $37 for NIO. Lemonade at 82, better from that 81 position. SolarEdge not as horribly down as it was. Cool. Upstart 5.87% towards the downside, but still over 100 here. Very nice. So, okay, let's take a look at the 10 years. So a little bit of a recovery coming here. Delta. Yeah, Delta's still sitting at lows of the day. Oh, Beyond Meat almost hit it. It almost hit 120. Oh my goodness. That's my number. That's my number. Headface Solar Tendies. There's no sun right now. Square 330 or 236. So also recovering a little bit. We'll see if this is a fake out. We've seen plenty of fake outs in this market. This whole market's just been a giant fake out. All right. Let's look at the 10-year, yeah? All right. Let's see how it's moving. 10-year 1.558 down a little bit. Here, I'll hide myself. Look at that. I like it. We want this down, folks. This down, good. Up, bad. Down, good. Okay, so pay attention to this. Let's go back to Ethereum. Let's see what's going on over here. Ether. All right. Ethereum 3444 down slightly. Doge though, 50 cents, 54 cents. It's good. Oh, that's it. Oh, I love this guy. This guy's on TikTok. Somebody shared this in the course. I don't know why I can't. Oh, there it is. This guy. That's so. This is gonna be me soon, right here. Oh, the GIF doesn't play anymore. Or is it GIF? Well, 50-50 on that. But anyway, he's just him picking up this coffee. But he's pretty funny. All right, let's keep going. I think they're German. What else? Volatility calming down. So volatility spike intraday is going down. We hit that 12% there for a moment. We are falling. So volatility is falling, which is a sign of maybe the best prices were. I know. Is it a J? You know, it's like graphics, but you know, there are also G words like Germany that is different. I'm not going to get into it here. Although I will say we did run a poll on Twitter, which make sure you follow me on Twitter if you haven't yet. At RealMeKevin. I did run a poll on Twitter, and I want to say like 70% of you like it's GIF. I'm sorry you think my GIF is a GIF. All right, what else? I wrote, okay. I mean, it's just a poopy doopy market. I get it. But I do believe that we are okay. Yeah, see, we are rotating again a little bit more to the downside. I do believe this is very much a reiteration. This is valid. This market is literally validating the shorts. Like, think about it. Imagine you're short sellers. And you're a what do I want to say? You're a hedge fund, and you short the crap out of all of your favorite stocks, and then the market falls. Well, now you look like a hero, short term, of course, and it kind of makes you want to keep adding shorts. You know, I know that sounds crazy, because you're betting against your faves, but it also makes a lot of sense. Ton of sense. All right, let's go to Bloomberg for a moment. Where's Bloomberg? Here it is. Let's listen in.
You employ a lot of people right now. In 10 years' time, how many people do you think you're going to be employing? The business is expanding, but you're talking about automating an awful lot of this stuff. At the moment, this is a sector that employs millions of people around the planet. Do you think that changes significantly as you invest in those robots?
No, we're seeing that we'll be employing more and more and more people in our organization. What you have to remember is that robotics, simply, they do take away some of the type of work, but it tends to be the type of work that a lot of us don't really want to be involved with. So it's a kind of typical environment in any of our jobs. There's always something that we would prefer that to do less of. That's typically what robotics do in warehouses, but it still generates a huge amount of employment for all of our team members.
You mentioned the shift to e-commerce with retailers, et cetera. And I'm wondering, there's a lot of conversation in the market about how we're going from a just-in-time inventory world to more of a stockpiling inventory world, whether you're dealing with supply chain issues from semis or the pandemic or inclement weather. Are you seeing that also?
We're seeing from our customers that they're being very thoughtful about where they're locating warehouses, and they want to put inventory closer to the consumer. In North America, our XPO Direct service really allows sellers to put inventory very close to the consumer, and that's super.
That is a very interesting thing here, and it has to do with the rebuilding of supply chains, relocating supply chains so that they're closer and less subject to travel risk. COVID has disrupted supply chains. It sounds like beating a dead horse, saying the same thing over and over and over again. But folks, it makes sense. If you are moving your facilities for inventory to be closer, you're doing it so that you have better margins. But in the short term, you screw up supply chains. In case you don't know what just-in-time inventory is, it is the most beautiful thing in capitalism when it works. Just-in-time inventory in a perfect world would literally be like, imagine you're assembling a car in your garage and you have an alley, okay? You're assembling the car, you got the car frame there, you got the axles in, and I don't know why you would put the wheels on this early, but let's say you put the wheels on, okay? And it's like, okay, now I got to put the brakes in. As you have your wheel frame, you put your axle in. As you turn around to your alley, UPS rolls up and goes, here are your brakes, bro. See you tomorrow. All right, now you install the brakes. That's just-in-time inventory. Like literally as you needed it, they showed up. That's best freaking case scenario for inventory. And then it's like, okay, brakes are in. Time to put the wheels in. Here are your wheels, sir. Like that's what you want. That is a very, very efficient system. But the question she actually asked, which he didn't answer, was very, very good too. She's like, hey, are people going to a stockpiling system where it's like, you know what? I don't want to do JIT anymore just in time because if we get disruptions, I'm screwed because then I don't get my parts and I have to shut down my production. Let me just stockpile. That's something you could potentially see as well. All right, let's see what she's saying over here about Dogecoin and Ether.
It is linked to blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
It's therefore you have a more easily understandable use case versus Bitcoin. And you do wonder whether this divergence is going to continue, whether the use case actually provides a more obvious and clearly identifiable kind of track higher. Bitcoin less so. Maybe that's just a store of value. Maybe it is just a commodity. Maybe it's in your world.
I don't know, but you can buy stuff with it. Like more and more companies are doing that. More and more companies are doing that. Or you look at PayPal.
Okay, so Tesla does it. Yeah, that's great. And there's a few other companies that do it as well. But I think the blockchain, the link to the blockchain, I think is a much more easily identifiable use case.
I completely agree with that part.
Because you can get into the tokens. Everything is transactable. You can see what's happening on the ledger. Like Bitcoin doesn't have it's not so obvious for Bitcoin.
I definitely know people during the pandemic.
You can have Bitcoin.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I definitely know people who basically don't do anything but trade cryptocurrencies now. So, and it's
look at these passive aggressive stances here. The arms crossed, the fighting stance. This guy's ready to throw a right hook. These two are going off, and now they switch away from them. They're like, no, we're done. They need to cool down. I love it. Okay, Christopher C. Using blockchain in supply chains cut missed shipments by 65%. Nice. If people are into Doge or any other crypto, you need to watch the depth charts and understand the selling walls. The buying was super heavy even at 0.5. Pullbacks on crypto is healthy. Oh yeah, well, pullbacks on anything is healthy. Yet de-risking. Yeah, those stances are great. All right, what else? All right, how's the Marquette doing? Oh wait, impact on the. Okay, look at this. 2021 California gubernatorial recall election. Okay, look at this. Where is it? So okay, declared, publicly expressed interest. Right here. Look at that. Publicly expressed interest. Check this out. Independent and or / unknown affiliation. Look, there's my name. That's cool. And apparently I'm listed as YouTube personality, real estate agent, and broker. I mean, that's an old school way of putting it. Agent and broker. That's cool though. All right. Mayan Medicine, 11%. Volatility's fallen. We're only at 9.5% volatility right now, so we are off of our volatility peak. Peloton is green. We do have a page of green now, a little bit more. We've got Ocugen still down 17%. Solar Edge off of its lows, now down only 11%. Enphase still sitting around that 127 level. Desktop Metals, Affirm, these guys down 5-6%. Voyager Digital, that's a recovery. This thing was down 10%. Nice recovery. That's a good recovery. Neo, 4.7% here toward the downside. Lemonade, 4.3%. Coinbase, 4.2%. Palantir's down. What else do we have here? TDoc down 3.4%. Apple's down 3.2%. EXP's down 3%. Pinterest still down that 3% here. Still vacillating. You've got GameStop down 2.59%. What else here? At 158. Microvision down 2.16. Etsy 2.15. Fannie Mae 2.11. Tesla not as bad as it was at that 266 or 666 level. It's at 671 right now. Yeah, Bitcoin still kind of rotating a little bit to the downside here at 54.8, with Doge still at 54,000, really holding on to that 54 there, and Ethereum doing obviously very well here. Ethereum, no, that's the other one. Ethereum, there we go. Ethereum sitting at 3,394, falling down a little bit off of those highs. Yeah, so down a little bit off those highs at about 3,500, but obviously still absolutely crushing it. Piton now up 1%. Let's listen into this update here.
Talking top technical setups on tradingnation.cnbc.com. More Squawk on the Street coming up.
Okay, that was nothing. This is just talking about Squawk on the Street coming. Whatever. Tiny little move to the upside there on the 10-year. Let's see if we got any talk here on Barnes. Nope, they're on commercial too. Okay, CNBC is on commercial. We got Fox is on commercial. Bloomberg's here though, talking about Ether. Let's hear it.
We had this conversation. We would have to explain what the blockchain is. We've moved so far beyond that. But there's another echo of 2017 in all of this, right? In the late cycle 2017, when Bitcoin was gearing up, to going towards 20,000 for the first time, people were starting to say, well, actually, you know what? I'm not that interested in Bitcoin, but I'm really interested in the blockchain, and I'm really interested in the tech. And that's what you see in a late cycle crypto rally, is you see all the other technologies suddenly becoming exciting. You mentioned Dogecoin earlier. Dogecoin, of course, hot today because it's been picked up, I think, by +5, rather by one of the trading websites has released has made that free for people to trade on their platform. But that is what you see when you see the late cycle come in. Then people get excited about all the other different prospects, and that's when potentially the peak is near.
Okay, so what would be sort of the
This guy's calling a peak in crypto?
We were debating before the panel, like, is it in my world or someone else's world? Is it commodity world, or is it going to belong in the FX world? And to understand the peak of it, don't we need to really understand the asset class?
We do, and I think this time is a little bit different from the last cycle.
So those are the words, Eddie. Little bit different? No.
Did I just say it? I did. No, but there's one thing that's different here. There's one thing that is different here, and that is non-fungible tokens. And I know everybody loves to hate a good non-fungible token because you're seeing people spending millions on photographs that only live online and can be replicated. But it's a proof of concept is what it is, right, Alex? It shows what you can do. And it was really interesting for me when the panel just now was talking about how people are adapting their, the sorts of assets that they can hold so that they can buy cryptocurrencies. But I think what we're going to see in the future is they're going to register those assets on blockchains.
Yeah.
And the NFTs are showing us that this is possible, right? So I think something is changing, and there's other things that have changed too. The access points is so much bigger this time. You've got retail investors can get access via PayPal. Institutional investors can get access now to Ethereum futures on the CME, and those volumes are really picking up.
In terms of the peak being in, we've seen some really big cycles as we've been talking about. Do we see the bid coming back fairly quickly? Is this a buy the dip kind of mentality that is going to exist within this market? I hear this constant narrative that institutional money is looking to get involved here and therefore will take any opportunity. Is this part of the cycle different for that reason as well?
Yeah, there's a lot of cheap money in the system, right? There's not a lot of yield in the system. So people are looking for places, that money is looking for a home, and some of it is going absolutely to things like cryptocurrencies, and gold at the the latter end of last year was seeing some of that bid come in. So I think that's definitely part of the story. I don't think it's all of the story. I think there are people who really believe in this technology. And, we're seeing people giving up careers at banks and giving up their careers and moving into cryptocurrencies. Absolutely.
Like I said, I know someone who's just trading cryptocurrencies now during the pandemic as a career choice. Eddie, thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. Bloomberg MLive editor, Eddie Vanderwalt. Hey, Guy, real quick, if you're at Goldman, you are going back to work. Goldman Sachs saying...
Nah, we don't care. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. A lot of use cases, a lot of cheap money pushing things up. It does make you wonder, though. How long can the rallies and the cryptos go on? You really have not seen a pullback, like a real pullback in the cryptos for a very long time. I mean, let's go back. I mean, look at this. When was our last pullback? March. That was maybe a substantial pullback, but beyond March of 2020, there's no big pullback here. I mean, I can't really call going from 11 to 10 a pullback. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, maybe 41 to 29. Okay, that was decent. That was a nice little, the 20, it was probably more like 23, 24%. That was decent, but you haven't really seen a big pullback here. It's really just been absolutely incredible. This movement in Bitcoin here, and then of course Ethereum. It's just on a weekly chart here. It's just parabolic. Ethereum even more so. I mean, look at this. It's just insane, and you really have not seen a change or correction here. So it does make you wonder when's that going to happen. But then again, does Ethereum go to 10,000 before that happens, and then it corrects down to 6,000? That's still double what it is today. It's incredible. It's incredible. Really, really incredible. Okay. So at this point, I would say get yourself 39% off using that coupon code that expires in less than 30 hours. Link down below. Bundle up if you want. Best deal if you bundle up. I will be live in the course member stream in about an hour and 7 minutes. Do some fundamental analysis, some deal analysis on real estate. We'll chat, do some talking, mental health support group, whatever you need. But it'll be fun. Appreciate you all being here, supporting the channel. Follow me on Twitter. Stay tuned for more tweets. We'll see what's going on with the Gov thing as well. And folks, thank you for being here. We'll see you soon.